Hi, welcome to High Road to You. Okay, you're going to enjoy this short video of Jordan Peterson explaining why it is so critically important to clean your room. And it represents your life, basically.
Why should you even bother improving yourself? And I think the answer to that is something like, so you don't suffer any more stupidly than you have to. And maybe so others don't have to either. It's something like that. You know, like there's a real injunction at the bottom of it. It's not some casual self-help doctrine. It's that if you don't organize yourself properly, you'll pay for it, and in a big way, and so will the people around you. And you could say, well, I don't care about that, but that's actually not true. You actually do care about that, because if you're in pain, you will care about it. And so you do care about it, even if it's just that negative way. It's very rare that you can find someone who's in excruciating pain who would ever say, well, it would be no better if I was out of this. Sort of pain is one of those things that brings the idea that it would be better if it didn't exist along with it. It's incontrovertible. So you get your act together so that there isn't any more stupid pain around you than necessary. Well, so then the question might be, well, how would you go about getting your act together? And the answer to that, and this is a phenomenological idea too, it's something like, look around for something that bothers you and see if you can fix it. You can do this in a room. It's quite fun to do it just when you're sitting in a room, like a room, maybe your bedroom. You can sit there and just sort of meditate on it and think, okay, if I wanted to spend 10 minutes making this room better, what would I have to do? And you have to ask yourself that, right? It's not a command, it's like a genuine question. And things will pop out in the room that you know, like there's a stack of papers over there that's kind of bugging you, and you know that maybe little order there would be a good thing, and you know, there's some rubbish behind your computer monitor that you haven't attended to for like 6 months, and the room would be slightly better if it was a little less dusty and the cables weren't all tangled up the same way. And if you allow yourself just to consider the expanse in which you exist at that moment, there'll be all sorts of things that'll pop out in it that you could just fix. And you know, I might say, well, if you were coming to see me for psychotherapy, this easiest thing for us to do first would just be to get you to organize your room.
Sometimes, you know, you have to make a really big mess before you can clean it up, but ultimately you got to clean it up. And that's life all the time. You know, there's a plethora of things that just flood our life, and a lot of it is meaningless crap. I want to say that the most impactful experience that I had with my kids, being that they were involved with so many activities, I just got tired of this arguing and badgering back and forth to try to figure out how to maintain all this stuff. So they went to school, and I grabbed these big garbage bags and I filled them up with all of these things, toys that they weren't playing with, clothes that they would not wear. And I made it really clear, socks, underwear was the top drawer, shirts, and then pants. So they had 3 drawers. And then in the closet, there was basically just organized the things that they would need every day. Like if they were in baseball season, the bats and the mitts and the balls and whatnot. And it just simplified things to such a level. And I said, hey, if there's something missing that you have to have, let me know what it is, and I'll get it. And so we didn't have to go through the emotional drain of going through all of these types of things. And it made a world of difference. It really did. That was working smarter, not harder. So I can tell you that organizing the room in that regard was the most profound, simplest solutions to raising the kids and providing a foundation for the rest of their life. And so I can't recommend it enough for you parents that might be constantly badgering your kids. So I wish you the best in this regard. That's something that worked for me. I hope it works for you, and I hope this message finds you well.